looking at the word clutter, I'm going to go with a few words that come to mind and see if that creates any visualization. Clutter as impeding movement. That's a definition from the dictionary. Clutter as in chaos. Clutter as in disorder. Clutter as in confusion. Clutter as being stuck somewhere. Clutter as not being able to find a way out. So 2 visualizations came for me that I'd like to share. And feel free to pause and grab a pen and pencil and write down your own, because that's the idea. To be able to pick up a word and discuss it in context of what it means to each one of us. So one visualization for clutter came to me. I was sitting surrounded by books and books and books and books on the table behind me, on the floor, above me. Yes, above me too. And I'm sitting there just like overloaded, if that's the word. And then the other visualization came to me was if there's no clutter, and there was this room that was completely empty, had a nice golden hue to the wooden floor. The walls were all brick, and there was light in that room. That's all there was light. And in that room without the clutter, I'm dancing, I'm moving, I'm being. The other vision that came to mind, which I shared, which was surrounded by those books, led my brain to say, well, sometimes we do need to be surrounded. What are those times? And then I had the vision of creating a pile of firewood, stacking it one on top of each other, and then lighting a flame, a spark that allows that flame. Creativity happens, creation is happening, there's fire. And sometimes I find that for myself, that in order for creativity to happen, to movement to happen, in order for being in a state of non-stagnated, I need a clutter. It's not the clutter in my mind. I need the external stimulation. I will be around crowds and people, and in the midst of it, I'll find a spot, a corner, and that to me is like my mind and brain, a quietness in there. And ideas and words and writings flow for me. That becomes at times the source of my creativity in writing. So clutter, recognizing what is clutter. And then I'll bring it back to the gross clutter, the physical clutter. If we have a closet full of stuff, cosas as called in Spanish, we can find what we are looking for. Maybe we have the luxury of 5 hours and we spend time and say, oh, maybe I'm looking and it's going to be here and it's going to be here and it's going to be here, and meanwhile I find something else and I go on another track. But if I had an organized closet, I would know, okay, I need my black shirt, it's right here. I'm looking for this kind of pencil or this kind of beads or jewelry, whatever is in one's closet. You organize it and you're able to reach out for it. And that allows a mental ease for us, right? If you're getting ready and we need to go to work and we can't find our stuff, we're already starting in an agitated state without realizing it. So organizing ourselves physically is a big responsibility for us. So let me just wrap up this part of the clutter conversation and talk about how maybe this is a time when seasonally we are going inwards, at least in the northern hemisphere. It's time to clear out that physical clutter around us. So take that opportunity, take the time and say, okay, part one of understanding myself, I'm going to begin by creating that common organizational style, the 3 buckets, right? This is going to be tossed away. This is going to be kept. And maybe another list of things that you're going to do, and that is probably more to do with as we go into this organizing, our brains are always working. And they say, oh, you know what? I'm going to change my style and start to wear this kind of clothing. Or something else comes up. I need to get in touch with this friend I haven't called, or I need to do this for this family member. So keep a piece of paper alongside it. So to me, that's the third part. So basically, it's what you're going to keep and what you're going to give away, right? And the giveaway could also have 2 categories. It's giving away to somebody that can use it, or it's putting away in recycling or disposing of something ethically. So let's begin with this clutter conversation by each one of us going through that exercise, finding what is it in my physical world that I want to organize, put in order, lessen my load, allow myself to see what is it that is surrounding me.